our intention in terms of an international calendar is to go to the Olympics in 2026, 2 years later play a World Cup, 2 years after that go to the Olympics in 2030, and 2 years after that play a World Cup. That's the cycle we want to get on.
I feel like it's important for hockey as we continue to try to grow our game internationally and at home. I think it's a great thing. It's an exciting schedule, something that people can look forward to. Every 2 years, every second year, and obviously the Four Nations Cup. It's going to be exciting. 4 great teams that are going to be competing. And I can't wait.
Yeah, it means a lot, obviously. At any level to represent your country, it's a big honor. So, at a world stage like the Olympics or the Four Nations Cup, competing against the best players in the NHL and their respective countries, I think it'll be great for the players and obviously great for the sport and the fans. I think we'll really enjoy it.
It's going to be awfully special, won't it? USA Hockey tweeting on X. Bill Guerin has been named General Manager of Team USA for the 2025 at NHL Four Nations Face-Off and the 2026 U.S. Olympic Men's Ice Hockey Team. Bill Guerin was a terrific player all those years in the NHL and now will be in charge of putting together what should be a stacked roster. Bill, it's great to see you. What led to this decision? What was the biggest motivating factor for yourself?
Oh, just the opportunity. This is an easy yes. Like there's no, I did not have to consult with anybody or, run this by my guys or no, this is a quick yes. And it's, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Just being fortunate to be a player in the Olympics and World Cups and things like that. And now to, be on the managerial side of it is, it's a big thrill. So I'm grateful for the honor of getting this role.
Billy, I have you listed as played for the U.S. 8 times in international. I could be wrong. It could even be more, but it's a lot. 8's a ton as it is. So how different of a feeling, or is it different of a feeling at all going into the management side versus when you were going in as a player playing for your country?
Well, obviously it's different. You don't get to go through, the game shift by shift and wear the battle scars and things like that, but you put a lot of time into it, and it will be equally as gratifying, to if and when we win, and it doesn't matter. Like if you have a role representing your country, it's just such a great thrill and a great honor. So, yeah, hey, look, if I could, if you could still play, you would. I just can't.
Hey, Bill, there's so much behind the scenes that goes into this, and for the fans, they say, "Oh, this is great." You just look down the scoring leaders, and you pick. American. These are our guys. Boom, away you go. Like, can you kind of give us a little background as to what it takes to put a national team together, especially with the time frame that you've got? You've got plenty of months and plenty of games to be scouting players. How does it all work for the basic fan?
I wish it was as easy as just going down and picking the highest scores. It's not. We have to make sure that we're getting the right people. These are all going to be the best of the best. These are all going to be great players. But we need to make sure that this group is cohesive. They're short tournaments, so you have to come together quickly. The right guys with the right buy-in, with the acceptance of roles, things like that. So you guys did it for me. You're just picking the team. But hey, look, that's just for starters, right? Like we have such a deep player pool in the U.S. now, and we're getting players not just from Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota anymore. We're getting them from Florida. We're getting them from California and Arizona and Texas and all these unconventional areas that, when we were growing up, hockey players didn't come from there. It's the game's just grown so much in the U.S. that this is what we get. It's just a fantastic player pool.
Bill, Reader and I definitely remember when the controversy with Canada's roster and Rob Zamner gets selected. The philosophy between, do you get the best players, do you get players that fit the best roles? How do you evaluate that? Do you look at that and go, all right, fourth line, I need a great checking center who's good in the PK, or do I just get the most talent?
There's a couple ways of looking at it. First of all, Rob Zamner was a great pick. He was a great teammate of mine. I love that guy. But he's an absolute beauty. But you know what? If we can get the highest level player possible to buy into certain roles, to accept something different that they don't, that they don't have during the regular season. Everybody on this team is going to be a power play guy. Most everybody will probably be a PK guy and a 4-on-4 and all these special situations. You just might not get that, and it has to be okay. And it's just one of those things that's where the buy-in comes in and the acceptance of role and all that stuff. So it's that's very important to me.
Billy, you're one of the most honest guys I've met in the game. That's why I love you, being around you and everything. But are you prepared for some of these tough conversations you may have to have with some players, whether it's A, they don't make the team, or A, or B, when they're on the team and you're talking about maybe their role is going to be very different than what they're used to?
You know what? I'm not looking forward to it because I was cut from an Olympic team and it was not a great message to receive. But you know what? You have to respect the process and go through it. And, as a general manager, that's part of your job, is to deliver those types of messages. But you get to deliver some really good ones too. And a lot of guys are going to be happy, and their families too. So it's exciting.